everyone, so as you can tell from my other review on my Sinon Cosplay that I bought, I had to do some alterations, and here's how I'll show you how I did it. As for the shorts, they were a little bit too tight, so what I did was cut the side seam. It was like right on the hip, and I just pretty much undid the seam, and at the top where the band is, where the waist is, I had to actually snip that. So all you have to do is take a seam ripper and undo all the stitches on each side of the shorts. So both sides. You have to do both sides. This is really time consuming. Just be very patient and don't rip any of the fabric, because if it's ripped, it's kind of hard to sew on top of that, so just be careful. All you need to do is cut out the seams. So that's all of the seams out, and now I just need to use my pinking shears to cut right at the waistband. Right here. To make the shorts bigger, you'll need some extra fabric. I already coincidentally had fabric that was just the same like material and color, so it worked out. Since I'm widening my pants on either side, I only needed to make it a little bit bigger by like about an inch, maybe even like half an inch. It wasn't even that much. So what I did was cut out 2 inches wide of fabric, and then just as long as how the shorts are from like the hip down to like the bottom of the shorts. So that distance by 2 inches. And you have to cut out 2, one for the right side, one for the left side. And be sure to cut these pieces on the fold. The fold will be at the top where your waist is, just so that you don't have to fold it over and sew it so that doesn't fray. It's just easier this way. Draw it out and use pinking shears to cut it out. Now on the right side of the shorts, which is like the outside of the shorts that people actually see, you're going to pin one of the strips that you just cut out, and you're going to pin it right to the shorts on that side. It's okay if you have a little bit of extra hanging out at the bottom. We're going to sew that under later. And of course do the same for the other side. And you're going to sew right down this edge on both sides of the shorts. So here's how the seam looks like on the right side of the shorts, the side that everyone sees. So you're going to do the same thing with the other side of the strip that you cut out and pin it to the other right side of the shorts. That way it connects together and it's like actual shorts again and not just like one piece of flat fabric. And then just sew it together, just like how you did with the first seam. And now my shorts can actually fit and I can breathe. Yay! And like I said before, there's some extra fabric at the bottom here, but that's alright. More is always better. So I'm actually just going to fold it under, and I'm going to sew right along the bottom of the shorts there, just to secure it in there and it won't fray or anything. And here's what the top looks like. So here's what the outside looks like, and then here's what the inside looks like. And I actually took the pinking shears and trimmed each of the edge of the strip, just so I'm sure that nothing's going to fray. And I'm going to fold those extra pieces at the bottom of the shorts under, and I'm going to pin it and I'm going to sew it. And with this, I'm going to hem the bottom of the shorts and make it look all natural, like I never even added anything. And then onto the bodice, I'm going to take apart this seam right here because it was too tight. And then this part up top here, it's too loose. So I'm actually going to pin this under and sew it down. I'm going to undo all of the stitches where that elastic is squeezing my side and where it attaches to the bodice. Here you can totally tell the difference on which side is a lot tighter than the other side. I actually didn't even have to cut any of the elastic. It can stay the size that it was. I just needed to move, like, kind of even out how much elastic was on my front side and which was in the back and which was sewn to the middle part of the bodice that comes to, like, right where my hip is. And then go ahead and undo the stitching for the other side. And as for this loose part that was on the back side, I literally just tucked in under that black ribbon design there. I just folded it under so that it fit me the way it was supposed to. I pinned it and then I sewed with black thread over on top of the black ribbon. That way you can't even tell it was changed at all. So then here's what it looks like when it's all sewn. Here's the outside. You can't even tell the difference. And then on the inside, there's a little bit of a fold, but you can't tell when you're wearing it, and it's not uncomfortable or anything. So here's a shot of when it was all just pinned together and not sewn yet, but you can obviously tell that this is how it's supposed to look like when it's actually fitted the right way. So I was just trying it on before I actually sewed it, and since I'm happy with that, then I went ahead and did it, and perfect cosplay. Ta-da! And here is the final result of the cosplay. If you found this helpful, please let me know, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!